This is fucked up.
Are you ready to break free from the 9 to 5 grind?
Ohio dad kills daughter, then appears in the news 48 hours later to help search for her. This happens way too much. Nobody wins when the family feels.
Nobody wins when the family feels.
Who got the bear mace in her hand? She's trying to bear mace, y'all.
They gonna save her.
Report her. We gotta dump her shit down.
Why are they beefing at a search party?
Oh, don't do that.
Isn't there police there? What the fuck is going on?
They said there ain't nothing they can do. Did she do that? No.
Asking for help to help find a 13-year-old who's been missing now for more than 2 days. Her name is Kimani Latif.
This is the mama right here. They will not even let her see the baby. But they on the news saying it's her. My kid's friend. Toledo weird. There's no reason my daughter would ever be over here.
Today make a week she's been gone. And this is not right. We just want to get her home.
Praying for the best, but of course always prepare for the worst.
You know, it's very unfortunate, but it's like...
Hey, who told you to get the fuck out?
Sometimes, man, a child can be failed from the very beginning.
Well, they never showed the father yet.
A child is
in the intro.
Until they get older, they guardian, they parents, and in some cases, they grandparents.
I don't want to skip shit, but I want to skip shit.
But if I told you all the above failed, how would you assume this story will play out? Now, fam, it's imperative you guys stay on track, because this story can be very confusing if you're not on point. Now, we're here today to talk about a Toledo man who, some say, killed himself, but according to authorities, is on the run for killing his own daughter and putting her in an abandoned home. A young girl who went missing for over a week. Now, mind you, you'll later check out that this man was on the news less than 48 hours after she was missing, claiming to be looking for her, acting like he was there for her best interests. And next to him speaking was the grandmother. And let's just say, at the end of the week, when this young woman's body was discovered, she left in handcuffs. Now, this incident managed to take place on live. Well, at least the ending. And finding this young girl in an abandoned building with the
Bro, what the fuck? The grandma?
But then suddenly we get the answer. It comes 10 days later on Facebook Live. But you guys are later check out.
The grandma.
Be in the crowd.
That has to be his mom.
About the young girl.
But still, like, that's why she had the bear mace.
Just as lost as the people who was
the
in the
fucking
crowd.
grandma. What did he do?
She mentioned
What?
She don't have custody of her daughter. Her mother do. And her mom, big lost as the people who was in the crowd. But then she started to speak. And she mentioned she don't have custody of her daughter. Her mother do. And her mom basically, allegedly played funny business to take her daughter from her. But at that point, everything became more weird, but ironically made more sense. Like, why as a man, her mom claimed her daughter said it's not the biological father of her granddaughter, be at her house at almost midnight with his cousin to be with her granddaughter. And why the daughter said in the live her mom wasn't supposed to have her baby father at her house. But at that point, I started to do my own research, fam, because it was beginning to be too many moving pieces. And let's just say the grandmother and the father have an extensive criminal record, which we'll later check out. So for the grandmother to have custody and not the mom, with what we're about to discuss, should let you know the type of situation this young girl was born in. But nonetheless, we go over this story.
Yo, this is a whole twister, fuck. I don't even know what he said from this part up. He said the grandma, then the mom, then the grandma, then the mom custody, and the grandma, the dad, and
the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment,
and subscribe.
We'll jump right to it. Fam, meet Kimani Latif, a 13-year-old teenager from Toledo, Ohio. It seems she's raised by her grandmother, a woman who go by the name Dorothy Latif. Born October 16, 1974. Miss Dorothy...
Is that the one with the bear mace?
She got a number of arrests. Her last arrest dating back in 2019, back in September, where the defendant was ordered to provide her information, as she was the subject of an investigation involving gunshots being fired. The defendant refused to provide information several times to the sergeant and was placed into custody. And on May 12, 2015, she was...
What is a grandma doing busting shots at 60 years old?
Charged with aggravated burglary. Apparently, the
aggravated burglary, grandma?
Entered the residence where she then assaulted Athena Clinton. Clinton was hit in the back of the head and in the face several times, causing several knots.
With what?
Clinton is the source of information.
She two-pieced
This
him?
incident happened on the 2000 block of LaGrange in Toledo. Now, this is where I want you guys to pay attention, fam. Because now we're about to talk about Dorothy's daughter, who happens to be her granddaughter's mom. Her name is
Hey, slow down. Dorothy's daughter. Who's Dorothy? Is that the girl? Dorothy's daughter? No. Dorothy's daughter.
Tierra Cashton. And I found out how Dorothy had custody of Tierra's daughter. It was an incident that took place in 2012 where Tierra got arrested when her daughter was only weeks. Back on December 17, 2012, Tierra was with 3 to 4 males who jumped the victim, beating them on the head. As this was happening, Tierra was stealing the victim's credit card out of his pockets. This was seen by a neutral third-party witness who was working in the area. Charged with robbery, she had a $50,000 bond with no percent. She had a public defender. She ended up taking a plea. And ever since that day, Tierra's mom had custody of her daughter. So now we know about Tierra. Let's talk about Kimani's dad, Tierra's daughter's father, a man who go by the name of Darnell Jones. Darnell had an extensive criminal rap sheet as well. Born June 17,
All I want to know is that Darnell's real daughter?
1991, Darnell
And
Jones
why
was
he did what
arrested.
he did.
On August 30th, 2022, Darnell had knowingly possessed a Taurus 9, but he was a convicted felon.
A
According to
what?
authorities,
A torch?
He fired the pistol at 715 Main Street. He was found lying in the parking lot of a daycare with the firearm still in his hand. The spent casing was found next to the defendant. He was either drunk or high, or both. He also got arrested again on July 29, 2019, where he physically assaulted his wife who was pregnant at the time. This incident happened on the 400 block of 4th Street in Toledo, Ohio, where Darnell Jones did knowingly cause physical harm to his wife, grabbing her around the neck and holding her over the second-story balcony. And according to his arrest papers, his wife had physical marks on her neck as well. So fam, at this point, we're a little more than 5 minutes into the video, and we didn't talk about all their criminal history, but we got a pretty idea on Kimani's dad, mom, and grandmother's criminal history. So
Bro, Kimani's grandma, she's King Von. Kimani's dad, he's just a crash out.
we know out the gate, Kimani's had a challenge, having stability in her home. And so we stay on track. The reason we say all that is because less than 24 hours ago, me making this video, authorities found the body of the missing 13-year-old Toledo girl, Kimani Lateef, on Monday. And her father, who was initially charged with abduction, is now charged with murder. The Lucas County Coroner's Office confirmed that the body was found on the second floor of an abandoned house on Miami Street in Toledo. An autopsy is scheduled for Tuesday to determine how the girl died. But let's talk about how we got here. March 16, 2025 was the last day that Kimani was heard from, according to her grandmother Dorothy and her dad Darnell. And according to their statements, without
It's so crazy how evil this world could be, and it's the people closest to you. That's what's the scariest part about it all. Evil ass world, and it's the people closest to you. The grandma.
Kimani get herself together for school, and she's expected to go to school.
And the grandma knows that he killed her, and she's covering up for him. Bro, that's fucked. That's
At the age of 13, without making sure she had breakfast or even got there safe. And here's how we know. Because according to the grandmother, she last heard from her granddaughter that Sunday night after 10 p.m. Her grandmother said she came from work and the door was unlocked.
Yo, if you know New York drill, does this guy not look like Raji's?
Day night after 10 p.m. Her grandmother
Looks just
said
like Ra.
that she came from work and the door was unlocked. And at that point we knew Kimani was staying home alone at 13. She quoted, "It was Monday morning when I came home. She wasn't here. Of course, she was supposed to be on her way to school. But according to the way the house was set up..."
So where the fuck were you Monday morning, Grandma? Out robbing people? Fuck?
So I got here because it was in complete disarray. She wasn't here, so I called the school so I can talk to her. They said that she wasn't there, saying she saw her night clothes and pajamas in different spots in the house. But standing right next to her as she told the news that was the dad, Darnell, trying his best to keep a cool face. He said that Kimani had texted him to come over because she was afraid of being home alone. He said he came over with his cousin CJ and waited there for a couple of hours before leaving just before midnight. That was his statement. And this more than 48 hours since Kimani was allegedly last seen. Check out the news clip.
Family is asking for help to help find a 13-year-old who's been missing now for more than 2 days. Her name is Kimani Lateef.
Yo, sometimes you gotta be thankful for the little things in life. Like your family. Like imagine being put in this family. Like what the fuck?
Alexis Means spoke with her
It's the
family
li-
members
it's really the
today.
little things you gotta
Alexis, what are they
appreciate.
telling you?
This space battle made video game history. Thousands of players flying player-built ships.
Well, Sasha, the Toledo Police Department, they went out and they talked to the grandmother today. The grandmother says the teen has never run away. She did not show up for school on Monday, and when you call her cell phone, it goes straight to voicemail.
I just want her to come home safely. I mean, she's not in trouble. She hasn't been in trouble.
This is a picture of Spring Elementary student Kimani Lateeg. The teen has not been seen since Sunday evening after 10 p.m. Her grandmother says she came home from work and the door was unlocked.
It was Monday morning.
Okay.
Grandma, you know damn well you don't work. You rob people.
And
you was out trapping.
When I came home, she wasn't here. Of course, she was supposed to have been.
And you want to know what? You want to know? Like, everybody grieves differently, and everybody, you know. But I know a lot of grandmas that would have been crying to the point where they can't even do this interview.
Work and the
just
door was
crying,
unlocked.
stressing, and you can hear it in her voice. She's just too calm. There's no nothing. There's no cracks. There's no almost about to break down. Nothing.
It was Monday morning.
Okay.
And when I came home, she wasn't here. Of course, she was supposed to have been on her way to school, but of course
she wasn't here. I feel like any real grandma would have said the daughter's name. It was Monday morning and Kamani wasn't here, or I forgot what her name was. You know what I'm trying to say? She. Who the fuck you mean she? People are looking for her. Like, you want people to go around saying, hey, have you seen she? No, say her name.
She wasn't here. Of course, she was supposed to have been on her way to school, but according to the way that the house was set up, once I got here, because it was in complete disarray, she wasn't here. So I called the school so that I can talk to her, and they said that she wasn't there.
She says Kimani's keys were at the house along with her glasses. Her grandmother says the 13-year-old can't see without them. She also told me the stove was on and you could smell gas.
Other than her and I, it's just the two dogs in the house, so who cut it on? So that was kind of suspicious. Then her glasses and her underclothes were by the couch in the front room. Her pajamas were in the dining room in the floor.
Her family handed out flyers telling people if they...
Bro, that's fucked up. Like, I never want to go through no situation where I gotta hand out flyers for someone that I love that's missing, bro. That's...
see her to call police.
And everybody's out here because of the same people. Obviously not because of not because of her mom, but the grandma and the dad. Everybody's out here because of the grandma and the dad.
Well, nigga.
Why ain't the granny crying?
Wait, what she say?
Dog. Why ain't the granny crying? Right.
Yes, why isn't the granny crying?
I mean, I was trying to... Just press line. Don't even say shit. Just press it. Okay. Right on... Why is it right there? Turn my Wi-Fi off. Turn my... You can turn that... Yeah. Why do y'all want the deceased body to be shown? That shit traumatizing. First of all, we don't, but we want to know if it's... Shut up, we're not even going to read that. Let me turn this off. Let me turn the comment.
Kimani's father says he saw his daughter late Sunday night after she called him afraid
This lying-ass rat.
I came over here because she said that if it seemed like somebody was trying to break into the house. So I sat for an hour, me and my cousin, we sat over here. And we left around like 12:30ish.
The girl went...
So, she said that somebody was trying to break into her house, or seemed like, and you sat there for you sat there for an hour, 2 hour, or an hour 30ish. My nigga, are you police? You're her father. You sleep the fuck over. Fuck you mean you stood there for an hour, 30 minutes? Are you fucking patrolling?
Missing from Elm and Bronson. Toledo police are
you security?
investigating.
They came inside, they looked around.
You're a liar.
The officer requested to see her room, how it was set
and
up
this
and all
grandma
that.
keeps saying her.
And she went through some of her things, but they
Her.
didn't take anything.
She's grieving more than you, grandma.
And Toledo police say that if you know the whereabouts of this young little girl, to call Crime Stoppers. Sasha, back to you.
But then shortly after that news clip, authorities wanted to talk to Darnell again. And then suddenly he vanished. But then on March 24th, 2025, a little after 3 p.m., Kimani's mother Tierra said she hadn't been told anything about her daughter, but on social media, the local authorities, they had gathered around an abandoned home on Miami Street, and meeting them was the grandmother, Dorothy. Check out clips from this Facebook Live as they wait and see was Kimani coming out their house.
This is the mama right here. They will not even let her see the baby. But they on the news saying it's her. Toledo weird. We on Miami and what is this? I can't even see the street tip. Miami by the water. Woodmont. I'm trying to see what the this the mom. I'll come over here by me. Mr. Nosy Toledo.
No, that's crazy.
Fuck is he smiling about?
Did that to your own grandbaby.
Nigga, you told me I was supposed to be aborted and that you gave me life anyway, so I wanted to do something for you. I let you see your first grandchild come into this world, nigga. And this is what you do to her?
Dog, right at the granny crying, right. My bad, y'all. I mean, I was trying to... Just press live. Don't even say shit. Just press it. Okay. Right on... Why is it right there? Turn my Wi-Fi off.
Alright, hold on. I want to kind of get to the point now. Hey, no disrespect. Wait, so they know that the father and the grandmother was on there already?
They got all these other...
Here she is. There she is, you guys. Oh my gosh. That poor baby.
That poor baby. Her own father. Lock her ass up and give her a life.
Why would she even be giving a statement right now, bro? Because she knows how...
No, eventually the grandmother was apprehended. That might have been for the safety to get her out of that scene. We don't know if she was charged yet. But someone had wrote this. My mom lived right there. Literally, that corner house where everybody was standing is the house that I grew up in. The detectives came to her door asking if she had a camera. My mom identified the dad's vehicle. He put her there at 10 o'clock this morning. I'm so heartbroken from my understanding. They also have Dorothy on video scattered. The baby's clothes, and excuse her grammar, I'm not sure myself. I'm assuming saying throwing the baby's clothes in the Veer Park. But the last sentence mentioned, the grandmother is allegedly the one who called that the baby was in the house.
There's no reason my daughter would ever be over here.
Today make a week, she's been gone. And
That's a real grandma.
Right. We just want to get her home.
Praying for the best, but of course always prepare for the worst.
And then that sexy red when she was small.
That was the family of 13-year-old Kimani Lateeg. She's been missing for several days now. Earlier today, Toledo police discovered a body inside of a home in Miami Street in East Toledo. Police have yet to confirm it was her body, but according to the girl's grandmother, Kimani Lateeg's body was found. Jeff?
As we continue to track this story throughout the day, WTOL 11 has also learned that the father of Kimani has been charged. His name
they found
is
him.
Darnell Jones. An arrest warrant has been issued for his arrest. Tonight, we have got live team coverage.
Did they find him or not?
News story. Silver Barker and Michael Sandlin have been looking into this story all day long. Silver joins us live from the home on Miami Street where that body was found. And Michael is looking into the case surrounding Kimani's death. But we'll get to Silver first. Silver?
Yeah, well, Jeff, right here on Miami Street, there were a lot of people here earlier today
trying to figure out what is happening as they were hearing the news that we were hearing of a body being found in this home. By the way, we know it's burned, but however, police tell us that it was burned before the body was found there, or was before this incident. We were here as well, of course, here on the scene earlier today, waiting for information. We're still waiting for some information now. Now, while we have not been able to confirm with police whether this was Kamani's body, it was taken out of the house and sent to the coroners. Kamani's mother, Tiara Caston, who was here on the scene, also was either shown something by police or had a conversation which we believe was to confirm whether the body was her daughter's. Moments after the conversation or whatever was shown from police, we then see Caston drop to her knees crying. But as mentioned earlier, we have not been able to confirm whether this was Kamani they found. We spoke to a cousin of Kamani's prior to police finding the body, and she tells us this.
I don't want to go to assumptions, but at this point I feel like we're looking for a body and not a
Yo, Sexy Red, get out of here, bro.
Still an ongoing investigation, so there are more parts we're waiting in.
First records.
Silver Barker, WTOL 11.
Our team coverage continues. The one person wanted for Kamani's abduction.
Okay, so they didn't. Okay, so he's wanted.
Is her father, Darnell Jones, and according to police records, he was last seen taking Kamani from her guardian's home without consent, possibly making him the last person to have seen her alive. Michael Sandlin, he's got more on the charges surrounding Jones, his background as well. Mike.
Dorothy, I don't know what to believe. Is
that the grandma?
He was her even being her biological dad. It was told to me that he was her biological father. However, her biological mother has told me on several occasions that he is not. So I don't know what to believe, but I know that he was present.
Probably the biological mother.